tiptoeing a little bit, but he said a
Uh-huh.
couple of things. I'm gonna play, a piece of it real quick, and then we'll talk about it.
Let's do
Mike on that one, man. First I was thinking, I'm like, man, he's nervous. It's kind of
Yeah.
crazy to see this dude's like the biggest thing to ever come out of hip hop, like
Yeah.
nervous at the Grammys. He did
Yeah.
get it out though. I think he got it out with a little humor, a little charm. He made the white folks laugh. I think he did his thing. Now, what do you think about his speech though, man?
I liked it. I liked it. I enjoyed it. He definitely seemed nervous, but that's Jay-Z. You know what I
Yep.
mean? He's a genius. He's a mastermind. But public speaking is a whole different fucking avenue. And either you got it or you don't.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can't get up in front of an audience that's staring at them, no matter how genius they are, and
Yeah.
articulate their feeling in front of it. It takes a different type of person to be able to do that, whether you're at the top of your game or you're a regular dude on the street, a bum on the street, whatever the case may be. So I enjoyed that part. That being said, he said a lot of things that I definitely agree with that needed to be said. One, he talked about Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff, their first Grammy Award, and how they boycotted it because it wasn't televised. Those are some of the things that Grammys did to black artists at a time where it wasn't fair. We needed to let it be known that, listen, you're going to put some respect on our name as artists, as individuals, as creators, and we need to be here too, right? So that was dope. 98, I think he was dead on. DMX was the hottest effing thing smoking. The hottest thing smoking. And whether you look at his personality, whether you look at his demeanor, whether you look at his aggression, because he had all three of them at the time, for whatever reason, Grammys didn't deem it safe for DMX to be in that category, and that was wrong. So they had a right to do that. And salute him for that. So I really appreciate how hip hop has paved a way into getting where we are, where Jay-Z can sit up there with a dope ass black Grammy trophy. That trophy was fire, and receive awards like that. When he comes to Beyonce, that's obviously his wife, that's his woman. So he's going to protect her and he's going to defend her at all costs. And I agree to a certain degree that she got all these Grammy awards, but she don't got album of the year. What's wrong with that? But that's also subjective, because I believe that if they wanted to shun Beyonce, they would have shunned her off all them awards too, and she wouldn't be number one in Grammy wins either. And I don't know the top 5 offhand, but I do know that Janet Jackson has a lot of Grammys. I know that Usher killed a lot of Grammys. I know that Kanye killed it and got a lot of Grammys. I know that some of the artists that we deem as some of the best of all times have been recognized in this white world as being the best at what they do. So yes, it is subjective. Yes, I do believe that Beyonce should have album of the year and have what she deserves. And maybe that'll happen one day if she comes out with another album. But all in all, I thought it was dope. All in all, I think he said some things that needed to be said. And I'm going to keep it there, man. What's your thoughts?
Nah, it's very well said. I feel the same way, man. I feel like that, out of the times that I've seen him speak publicly, this is probably one of the best.
Yeah.
I think remember he was in front of the NFL.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah. This, I think he probably wanted to say more, but I don't think he could have said it better. Him being him.
Yeah.
Jay-Z. He could have went up there to accept this award and thank people and got off the stage.
But
in a way, he kind of like gave him a little like a warning, like, yo, like, we love y'all, but get this right.
Do right.
Do right. And it's always gonna be people that get slighted, but there's some things that are just obvious. Like you talk about like DMX and certain albums, like, yo, this is the best.
Right.
I don't care what race you are, whatever. Like, this is the best, and if they don't get in, a Grammy or nominated, then something's wrong. And I think at the end of the day, it's not going to be that much change, because the people that run it is going to run it the way that they want to run it, and it's really not going to mean anything. Jay-Z saying anything. Ultimately, I think we need to try to get our own awards that can rival the Grammys, if not be better than the Grammys at some point. Benzino was talking about the Source Awards. At a point in time. And I don't think it ever had the prestige of the Grammys, but it was on its way at one point. Like, that was like, everybody was there. Like, it's the hip hop awards, Source Hip Hop Awards, R&B. We wanted to be it. You wanted to get a Source Award, just like you wanted to get a Grammy Award. So I don't know if BET is that. On the video I did yesterday, I was talking about maybe Revolt, but with Diddy's name going through the mud now, forget that. You know what I mean? You can't go with Revolt Award. So, at the end of the day, the Grammys, people want the Grammys. People love the Grammys. Or Jay-Z wouldn't have showed up.
It's facts.
He wouldn't have showed up. He ain't have to, but he wanted to go up there. And this is what I always talk about, how you're going to use your platform, man. He used his platform to speak out. Some people would have went up there and buck dance and made jokes. and spin on their head and walked on their hands. But he went up there, you know, and for whatever it's worth, he warned them. So, you know, I know a lot of people ain't gonna like that. He goes, oh, he's still this, he's still that. Shout out to him. Shout out to even him doing stuff with the justice reform stuff. At least he's doing something, right? It may not be what we all want, but he's doing something. So salute Jay-Z on that one, man.
Let me show you. Let me tell you, and in my opinion, how we really can shake shit up with the Grammys and really change shit. You know what time and date the Grammys comes on every year? It's every time. I think it's maybe the first Sunday in February every year, right?
Right.
All Black artists, all Black creators, even those who are nominated for Grammys, go right next door, go somewhere in LA and have your own show. Televise it on YouTube. Stream it somewhere. You don't even need nationally televised people.
Right.
Have top 10 people put their money up, create an award show. Have everybody as far as Black creators in there. And then we as a conglomerate support that and allow the numbers to go, hey, listen, Grammys dropped by record numbers this year. And we had this award show next year that absolutely killed it. If we want the Grammys to continue to be alive, we must start including and listening to the demands of some of these artists, or we won't have an award show. You got to have a WCW versus WWF event. You can't have WWF sitting up here by itself monopolizing everything when there's no competition. You got to ruffle shit up. So I'm not saying that you have to go and put on $1 million production and go rent out the crypto arena. Go have something small. Go have something powerful with impact. Stream it on a people's platform like a YouTube or whatever the case may be, where we can go and engage with it. And let the numbers speak for itself and really start putting a shake to that shit. If we had half a fucking arena empty, if we had hip hop and R&B and all these awards being nominated and being presented and nobody was there to get them, now we got something. But I don't know if it'll happen. I don't know if it'll happen.
Nah, but that's huge. And then we got the power, man. It's almost like when you talk about like Negro leagues and Black basketball leagues and Black football leagues. We wanted to assimilate so bad that we dropped that stuff. You know, we was in a Negro league. I'm going to play baseball for this and that, and because the law was just a little bit bigger. But like you said, it's going to take, you know, that WCW. Remember when WCW, when it first, like, it was kind of like the you know, the poor man's WWE or WWF at the time.
Right.
But it was better.
Yep.
And then eventually it started to grow, and then, you know, eventually the bigger man brought him out.
Right.
But at a point in time, WCW was matching ratings and everything, and if they really wanted to, I think Eric Bischoff was, if he wasn't so greedy, he could have made that move to overtake it, but he got bought out and became an employee. You know, it always happens. But yeah, that's a great idea, man. If everybody's at these, we get our own award show, and, you know, 50 million people's watching it, and you look at the, you know, numbers for the Grammys and 35 million people, then, you know, sponsors want to come, because sponsors gonna come where the monies and the views are. That's where they're gonna come. It don't matter black, white, green, purple. If they can put their product in front of millions of people, they're going to pay millions of dollars to do that.
Exactly.
Period. So great point, man. Definitely.
And no, don't do it. If the Grammys on a Sunday, don't do it on a Monday or Tuesday. No, do it the exact same time on the exact same date. Compete with them motherfuckers and let's see what happens. But we just talking. I don't think it'll ever happen. I would love to see a 50 Cent, a Diddy, a Jay-Z, a Dr. Dre, and some of the people that we grew up watching and seeing them kind of go to the heights they are now, sitting on the stage side by side saying, this is how we're going to do it from now on. That would be dope. I don't think it's going to happen. Why? We can get into deeper meaning as to why, but I don't think it'll happen. But until then, we got the Grammys, bro, and let's keep trying to win them. Let's keep trying to strive to be great and get them, because it's definitely, I know Killer Mike, I haven't heard him say it, but that was a point in his career that he'll never forget. 3 Grammys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That right there was his Mount Rushmore of why he does what he does. I think he created that album with the intent on getting a Grammy. I heard Ludacris on an interview say that he created his album at the time to win a fucking Grammy. And when he won it, he lost his mind. So that's the pinnacle. Whether we want it, whether we have social media, black content creators saying this or that, or buck this is what we want. So if this is what we want, let's strive to get there. Or if we're going to rival it, let's strive to something to be greater than it. But until then, the complaining and the crying and the whining about the Grammys, that's just becoming redundant, and it's old news. It's old news.
Definitely old. Real quick before we get out of here, how do you feel about Jay-Z pouring the Deuce into the Grammy award? You think it was disrespectful? What do you think he was trying to convey with doing that?
Nigga shit. But I don't feel like it was disrespectful. I mean, we've heard I I don't feel like it was disrespectful. That's his award. He could do what he want. I remember Lil Wayne said he asked his Blunt in his Grammy Award. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it is what it is. It's a piece of material. It's he basically put that trophy where it needed to be. This is an object. This doesn't define who I am.
Yep.
This doesn't define my greatness. Whether I got it or not, I'm still an icon at the game. So guess what? I'm gonna use it as a cup and drink my Deuce out of it. This is how much I care about. I think it was dope.
Yeah, definitely, man. So again, that's the mystique about Jay-Z, man. I think it was one of the things that keeps him. You know, J. Cole said a line in his song. He said, you know, he looks at the tweet, he sucks his teeth, but he don't respond. He let it ride because he liked the mystique. You know what I mean? So it's like you can't. Everything is just like, next time we hear from Jay-Z might be on an album. It might be 2 years from now.
Right.
Yeah, that's just imagine Jay-Z on his camera phone every day.
Nope.
On Twitter every day, on Instagram every day with a it would be crazy.
I wouldn't want it. It would kill me to see that. It would kill me to see that. I think that while we're talking about Jay-Z right now, and why headlines are about Jay-Z is because he does exactly what he does, which is not much. Yep. You don't hear about him much. The last public platform we heard him on, I think he was on Gayle King. After that, it was the NFL. After that, it was Time. Yep. You have your particular spots throughout years that we may hear him actually say something. Most of the comments come through his music. So I agree 1,000%. I hope that if we hear more from Jay-Z, it's in the album form. Of course, who wouldn't want to interview Jay-Z and who wouldn't want to hear more from Jay-Z? But I enjoy the mystique. I enjoy the mysteriousness. I enjoy the fact that we don't hear much, so that when we do hear something, it just makes that much more impact. I wish more people would go ahead and take that, but there's such horse for attention that it'll never happen.
Yeah. But definitely, man, another great episode of the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. We'll be back in studio tomorrow to talk about some more stuff in the industry. But for now, it's been a great show. That's your brother Sam Man, Viral Hip Hop News. Me and your brother got Hip Hop News Uncensored together. We are the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, giving you another powerful episode. Hey, y'all smash the like button real quick. The people that's watching or it's gonna be watching later, hit the like button, the thumbs up button, and make sure you share the video. We out of here, man. Over and out. Peace.